Welcome, race fans. Here we are at a new track that I can't remember if I've even done a broadcast here. Gateway Motorsports Park with the Gen 6 with the IWCR, and man, good to have these guys back again here. This is good to be back in broadcasting for them. I have missed it, and hopefully we can get back up into full swing here. Whoops. There we go. And yeah, we're ready to kick things back off here again. So stay with us, folks. Don't go anywhere, because we're going to be here for the duration of this race. And man, it's going to be an exciting one here. 125 laps tonight at Gateway. So stay with us and don't go anywhere. Hey, Eric. Yeah, I seen you popped into TeamSpeak there earlier. I was trying to catch up with you. What are you doing after the race tonight? Are you busy? I'd like to pick your brain about XSplit. If you're around, are you over in RPM TeamSpeak? Uh-oh, this ain't good. Windows Explorer stopped working. Uh-oh. This ain't good. I guess it's alright now. Huh. That was kind of weird. That's not good. That's never good when you see that. Are you in RPM's TeamSpeak? Hello? Well, if you could stop over at IWCRs or something. Yeah, let me talk to you. Yeah, what's up?
No. I don't know. It depends upon how. Si, senor.
Yeah, I was just wondering if you could maybe we could work on that XSplit or something.
We'll see how aggravated I am after the race.
All right. Well, it's good to see you running this week again.
Yeah. It's a pleasure running in this league. I look forward to it all week long.
Yeah, I was thinking about you earlier there, and you popped into TeamSpeak a couple times, and we were just hanging out down there talking. And I thought, well, you could have come down.
Yeah, our TeamSpeak went down. We were working on our set, so I was wondering if people were gonna pop into there, but Mike Vining fixed our stuff really quick. So.
Oh, okay, cool.
But yeah, we'll see how well I run tonight, and if I'm not too irritated, we can come over here and we can talk about XSplit.
Well, if you or head over to my TeamSpeak or something, but if you get wrecked out or you get ticked off about it or something, come on back over and help me commentate this sucker.
10-4, I can do that, Rudy. I'm not real comfortable around this track, so I'm gonna try to stay in the back and keep my nose clean.
Yeah, this is a difficult track. I kind of think it's like Twin Ring Motegi in reverse. That's what.
Yeah. I mean, I'm having, I just started iRacing in November, so I'm a little shaky on these flat tracks. It's not my forte.
Yep, I don't blame you, buddy. I'm the same way. I like a little banking in the turns.
Yep. Well, all right, I hope everybody in here, when people get in here, they enjoy the stream, and just remember, watch out for these RPM guys. We're quick tonight.
All right. Well, good luck, Eric, and hopefully we'll talk to you after a while. Maybe you can come over and help me commentate if you get wrecked out or something.
10-4. Thank you, Rudy.
Not that I wish you get wrecked out. I don't want. I would never think that.
Nah, I mean, like I've told you, I'm focusing more on the trucks this season. I mean, rookie season than the IWCR. So I set a goal for myself in the truck, and I'm maintaining it so far. So
There you go. That's good.
all right. Well, good luck on the broadcast, buddy.
Okay, thank you. Well, interesting. Let's see what other kind of tunes we got here. Not sure if I got any really, really good ones. All right, 5 minutes until we start qualifying, folks, so get ready for the excitement to begin. Okay, folks, just a few seconds away from qualifying here. We will cut away and play our national anthem to get things going. And we will be right back after that.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Okay, Galen Gidman coming in on the top spot already. Stephen Pearson taking over the pole now with a 33.526, beating out Galen Gidman by 52 one-thousandths of a second. Matt Kutcher, the guy that was fastest in practice, coming in third. Joe Roberts fourth. John Schweikert fifth. Quite a few non-qualifiers tonight, folks, but it looks like a pretty healthy field. It looks like we may have about 21 drivers, I believe, taken to the field out here tonight. Be interesting. Should be just a few more seconds here until qualifying is over, and we'll get on through it. And there we've got 15 qualifiers, but like I said, quite a few non-qualifiers. Jeffrey Porter coming in 6th. Thomas Brander 7th. Brian Wilderson, good to see Brian back in here in the 8th position. Ken Worley 9th. Nathan Sedlick in 10th. Eric Lambert with a great one, 11th. So, all right, looks like qualifying is over. So let's get down here trackside, folks. All right, let's run down through the qualifying order here. Stephen Pearson starting on the pole. Congratulations to him with a 33.526. Galen Gidman coming in 2nd. Matt Kutcher in 3rd in the number 69. Joe Roberts in the number 6 starting 4th. John Schweikert in the number 1 starting 5th. Jeffrey Porter in the number 99 starting 6th. Thomas Brander in the 24 starting 7th. Brian Wilderson 8th. Ken Worley in 9th. And Nathan Sedlick taking up the top 10. Eric Lambert 11th. Thomas Keene 12th. Kevin Spaulding in 13th. Ben Manning 14th. And Randall Drake, the last one to qualify, starting 15th. Travis Townsend, first one to not qualify, starting 16th. Michael Livey in 17th. Jason Miller 18th. Stephen Hollingsworth 19th. John Verga in 20th. And Michael Kinner taking up the tail end of the field here in shotgun position in the 22nd position. All right, let's get them off and going here, folks. Okay, pace car leads them out. Stephen Pearson brings them around here. I'm not sure, but I think they might have 2 pace laps here. I don't remember. This is a 1.25 mile track, so they may only get 1 pace lap here. My first time, I think I've broadcasted a race here at Gateway, so this is all new to me, folks. Kind of an egg-shaped oval track here. Pace cars in. And Pearson, don't waste any time, and hits the throttle. Good start for Stephen Pearson. Into turn 1 and 2. And it looks like Matt Kutcher, which was one of the fast guys in practice, on the inside of Galen Gidman, takes up 2nd spot. Joe Roberts in 4th. John Schweikert still in 5th. And we've got a good side-by-side battle going on back here as Brian Wilderson and Jeffrey Porter go door to door. Porter trying to get a run on him in the inside, but not meant to be this time. Matt Kutcher is to be our new leader, takes over the top spot. And he will lead this lap if everything goes right. Matt Kutcher, one of the fast guys in practice, takes over the lead here on lap 3. Gidman now in second. Pearson back to third. Back in the back part of the field here. Ben Manning, oh guys, diving to the outside as Eric Lambert got really loose that time. And Randall Drake takes it down on the bottom here also. Randall Drake clearing Eric Lambert and going into the 14th position. Jason Miller started 18th and is running in 16th. Stephen Hollingsworth. We'll watch for Hollingsworth to try to get up here. Some of these guys a little skeptical on this track. Oh, we got one into the wall, two of them into the wall. Eric Lambert and Jason Miller driving hard into the wall, no caution. Wow. Eric Lambert's going to go back quite a ways. Kevin Spalding in 19th and Michael Leiby on pit road. I don't see what happened to Michael. Back up front, Matt Kutcher pulling away from Galen Gidman. About 9/10 of a second behind him already. Here comes John Schweigert moving into third past Joe Roberts. Brian Wilderson in fifth. Looking for a way to get by. Looking for a way to get by Joe Roberts. Joe loose in the turn, coming out of the turn. And Stephen Pearson goes back to sixth place after leading the first lap of the race. And since then, Matt Kutcher has been in the lead. That camera is extremely loud. I gotta turn that down. That is really loud. Sorry about that, folks. I didn't mean to blow your eardrums out on that one. Galen Gidman now 1.4 seconds behind our leader. Brandner working his way through the field here. Still in 7th place. Jeffrey Porter 8th. Started 6th. Thomas Keene now up to the 9th place after starting 12th on the field. I am going to update these trading paints one more time because I don't know if these paints are the right paints or not. I apologize for this. I did this earlier already, but I just want to make sure. I just don't remember some of these paints, but I guess they are right. Travis Townsend in 10th. Started 16th on the field and worked up to the 10th place. So we'll look for Travis to get up there and challenge for the lead here before much longer. Ken Worley in 11th. Ben Manning in 12th. Really no change up front except for John Schweigert starting to close in on Galen Gidman. One and two is a little bit tight for these guys, but 3 and 4 is a little more of a kind of a relaxed turn, a little bit bigger of a turn. We'll ride along with John here for a minute, and you'll see how much bigger 3 and 4 is than 1 and 2. A little bit more of a lazy curve to this to 3 and 4 than it is in 1 and 2, which is kind of good. You guys can get a little bit better run coming off of 3 and 4 than they can off of 1 and 2. They really got to do some braking, and I hear John doing a little downshifting as well. Oh, we got a wreck. Oh no. Oh no, we got to go back and watch this because that was pretty disheartening there right in front of John Schweigert and Galen Gidman. slow this down here as we see, looks like the number 5 of Michael Libby gets loose right in front of Galen Gidman's and cuts across the nose. Gidman gets into it. Schweikert with nowhere to go gets into Gidman. And it looks like we're going to have others get into it as well. Joe Roberts. Oh, man, we're going to have a bunch of them into it here. The first caution of the race out on lap 12, folks, and we've got a major pileup on the backstretch. All right, back up front. Matt Kutcher brings him to pit road. See a little smoke on pit road there. Looks like everybody's coming to pit road. We don't see the pole sitter. Oh, there he is. I'm sorry. The pole sitter is on pit road, but it looks like he's going to get out third. We did have a couple of guys stay out. Brian Wilderson stays out. Looks like he is going to be the first one off of pit road. Excuse me. Everybody did stop. But pretty disheartening for some of these guys in the back of the field. Man, I'm telling you, they're going to be way back there. Galen Gidman, Joe Roberts, Michael Libby, Stephen Hollingsworth. These guys still on pit road. He's coming off now. Eric Lambert, John Schweikert on pit road. Lots of damaged vehicles here after the first caution race, or first caution in the race. Brian Wilderson out first. First lap he's led of the race, so he'll get that valuable point for leading the lap. Thomas Brandner out second. Stephen Pearson third. Thomas Keene in fourth. Jeffrey Porter fifth. Travis Townsend in sixth. Ken Worley seventh. Nathan Sedlick in eighth. Ben Manning ninth. And Randall Drake rounding out the top 10. Hey there, Grant. How's it going? Good to see finally somebody in chat chatting it up with me. All right, lights off on the pace car. We're ready to go back green flag racing, folks. We still have a few on pit road. Galen Gidman, Joe Roberts, and Michael Libby still on pit road. All right, pace car is in. And Brian Wilson hits the loud pedal, and he is out of there. Thomas Brander going to be in second. Steven Pearson still side by side with Thomas Keene. Looks like he's going to overdrive it into the turn here. Well, let's see if Keene gets a good run off the turn. Looks like he does, and Pearson's going to go back to fifth places. Travis Townsend gets by him on the outside. Nathan Sedlake, after starting 10th, running in the 6th place. These guys all getting nose to tail right now. Don't see a whole lot of battles going on the track right now. We may have one going on back here. I didn't see, let's see, it was Michael Kinner. Looks like on the inside, but man, he drives it in there too hard. Kevin Spalding's going to take over that position from him. Now Stephen Hollingsworth drives by Randall Drake. Thomas Brander closing in on Brian Wilson here. And he takes a little peek here on the inside. Let's see if he's got enough to get by Brian Wilson. Brian holds him off for right now. Brander really strong here, though. Looking back to the rest of the field as Travis Townsend gets by Thomas Keene and goes into third. Oh, Brian Wilson loose. That opens the door up for Thomas Brander. He doesn't. Yes, he did lead that lap. Wow, Brander drives it in there after Wilson gets loose. And he's going to take up the lead here. Wilson out of shape. I can't even catch up with him. Out of shape, but no caution, folks. And he is going to go all the way back to 17th place. Wow, just one little bobble in the turn, that's all it takes. Back up front, Thomas Brander in the lead now. Travis Townsend in second, and Nathan Sedlake up to third. Uh-oh, he goes a little high, and that opens the door for Matt Kutcher to get in there. Sedlake into the wall. Kutcher goes into third. Well, that's about the size of it, Grant. Yeah, I know. I understand. Jeffrey Porter in sixth. Jeffrey coming alive here. He started sixth, kind of drifted back a little bit, and now he's back into the sixth place. Thomas Keene falls back to seventh. Hollingsworth moving up through the field, started 19th today and running in 8th. Ken Worley, for all you Ken Worley fans, here he is running in 9th, right where he started. And Randall Drake getting a good run here, and boy, he just power drives it by Ben Manning. Ben starting 14th today and running in 11th. These guys just, they look like they're in slow motion here. Hey, Nathan. They look like they're in slow motion when they come off the turns to me. I don't know. Used to seeing these Gen 6 cars go a lot faster. And, they kind of got to tiptoe out of these turns, a lot of horsepower. And they really get a good run coming out of 4, but coming out of 2, they're much slower. Townsend's still in second. This is where they look like they're in slow motion. And Matt Kutcher on the tail of him, looks to the inside, and that's for position. Matt Kutcher with a great run there at the beginning of the race. Man, led the first 11, well, not the first 11 laps. Actually, Stephen Pearson led the first lap, and then Matt Kutcher took over. And after pit stops, he didn't have a good pit stop for some reason. I think he might have been caught speeding or something. Not really sure. I think there was a penalty involved in that or something. Uh-oh, we got one slipping here. We got another caution, folks. Let's go back and see what happened. It looks like Thomas Keene just getting loose coming out of the turn. Hollingsworth driving by on the outside. Keene trying to save it, sawing on that wheel. And another one loose too, the number 37 there of Ken Worley, and he gets right into Thomas Keene. Both of them going to have severe damage on their cars. You can see Ken Worley, the nose crunched in pretty hard. Ben Manning involved in that as well. So, all right, well, let's get back up here live. Let's see if Brander, yes, Brander bringing them down pit road. Looks like everybody welcoming pit road entrance here, getting fresh rubber on them cars. 26 laps into this thing, folks. Second caution of the race already. Looks like we've had a couple of retirees from the race, Galen Gidmans and Joe Roberts. Yeah, pretty much, Nathan. Thank you. Yeah, that new motherboard and processor is going to make a big difference. It better. After all that money I spent, it better. All right, looks like we got a race off a pit road. Pit road Brander coming out first again. And with a 4-tire change of 14.3 seconds on pit road. Awesome pit stop. Matt Kutcher coming out second. Travis Townsend third. Stephen Pearson up to fourth. Stephen Hollingsworth. Wow, what a pit stop. What a pit stop. Coming out fifth. Started 19th today. Almost last in the field. And here he is running in fifth. So definitely one we will be watching here. Jeffrey Porter in sixth. Kevin Spaulding seventh. Randall Drake eighth. Nathan Sedlick in ninth. And Michael Kinner in 10th. Well, I told you about that one on the MaxSpeedTV page there. If you could look, Travis, there's one on there. Steve built that. That's a brand new computer. I'll tell you what, it's the same, almost identical computer to what I have sitting here right now. It is bad to the bone, I'm telling you. You need to check that out. That's a heck of a deal for 16. Don't quote me. I think he said $1,600 on that. That's a heck of a deal. No, he did put a graphics card in it, so it might be a little bit more than that. Now, it was $1,600 sitting there with no graphics card, I think. But you'll have to go to the MaxSpeedTV page to check that out. But it's a rocking computer, all brand new. That's what Steve does. I told him he needs to be an IT guy or something because he loves to build them things, and he does a killer job at them, I'm telling you. That's a heck of a deal for the computer you're getting there, I'm telling you. All right, Brander in command of the race. Matt Kutcher in second. Going to be lining them up as the lights go off on the pace car. There you go. There you go, Steve, right there. See? Ha-ha, there you go. That's Travis Browder right there, Steve. He's the one I was telling you about that was looking for a computer. It's a smoking computer, man. You can't go wrong with that price. Okay, folks, we're ready to light them on fire here and get them going again. Brander in command of this restart. Pace car about to come on pit road. Let's get them going here. Pace car's in. Brander kind of holding them back this time. And he takes the green. Kutcher takes over second. Travis Townsend in third. Field all getting spread out here a little bit. Randall Drake takes it way up high. Does get into the wall. That's going to open it up for Brian Wilderson to slip in there. Brian was he was up there in the lead for a while, or close to the front, excuse me. He did lead 6 laps, but he does get by Randall Drake. And brand new leader, Matt Kutcher. Townsend still in third, trying to get up there. He wants to lead a lap. Man, he wants to lead a lap. You can give him the TeamSpeak info there, Steve, and he can come into TeamSpeak and talk with you. Heck, just put the IP up in there. I don't care. They can't come in until you give them permissions to move. You can drag them down to the channel with you. Hollingsworth back to 5th now. Jeff Porter 6th. Hollingsworth got some damage on the front of that. I want to see, get down here a little closer. He does have a little wrinkle in the hood there. Doesn't seem to be affecting his speed any. Short track. Well, I know this ain't really a short track. 1.25 miles. I don't know. I don't really consider that too much of a short track. That almost classifies as that's pushing the envelope there. That's up to the mediocre tracks there. Medium track, 1.5 miles. But he's got a little bit of damage on the car. Brander still in second, chasing down Matt Kutcher. Seems to be a little bit better on the long run than Matt Kutcher. There you go. There's the TeamSpeak info. Just give him permissions there. He can move in there and talk with you. Travis is a good boy. Townsend in third. Go back in the field here. Ben Manning still sitting on pit road. Thomas Keene back to 16th as he drives on by Eric Lambert side by side with Eric. And boy, Thomas with an awful lot of damage, but he is a couple of laps down. Ken Worley, last one on the lead lap, and he got into that wreck with Thomas, so but he stayed on the lead lap. Jason Miller, we were looking for Jason to be running a little bit better than this, but still got a lot of race to go here. 91 to go, so that's a lot of race to go. Michael Kinner in 12th. Schweikert in 11th was caught up in that first wreck and has a lot of damage on it, but he's still out here plugging away. What you got to do, don't never give up. Randall Drake in 10th. Started 15th today, running in 10th. Nathan Sedlick 9th. Kevin Spaulding in 8th. Brian Wilderson 7th. Jeffrey Porter 6th. Stephen Pearson in 5th. Everybody getting spread out now. Brander 0.8 of a second off of our leader, Matt Kutcher. And Matt's out front for 18 laps now, folks. And I hear Matt downshifting too in 1 and 2. So definitely a thing that you want to think about when you're running this track. Gateway, it's definitely one that you got to think about backing off that throttle enough to downshift. Use the downshift to maybe slow you down a little bit. But 3 and 4, I don't hear him downshifting. So Hollingsworth now being trailed by Stephen Pearson. Pearson closes right up on him. Pearson driving a Camry, Toyota Camry today. You could see the wrinkle there in Stephen's hood. Boy, quite the buckle. So running in 4th place, though, not bad. 2.9 seconds behind the leader. Boy, definitely these guys tiptoeing out of 1 and 2. Oh! Townsend into the wall. Hollingsworth loose. And at turn 2 is really, really tough on these guys, I'm telling you. Townsend trying to come back from that, but boy, he's got this field here starting to get caught up to him. Pearson in 5th, Jeff Porter now in 6th, and Brian Wilderson 7th. Pretty close to one another. Nathan Sedlick back a little ways off of Brian Wilderson now, running 5.2 seconds back. Kevin Spalding in 9th. Randall Drake right on his tail in 10th, the way they've been for a while now. Well, the leader don't get a whole lot of camera time, so let's give the leader a little bit of camera time here. Matt Kutcher out here stinking up the show tonight. 22 laps he's led, folks. Definitely has something, found a secret on that setup or something. Oh no, Eric. Oh no, Eric. Are you going to come in TeamSpeak, or you don't have to, brother? I'm just saying if you wanted to, that's all. If you want to. Townsend 3.5 seconds behind the leader. Oh, dirt tracking it into the turn. Oh, there we go. Eric's in here. Let me see if I can get him down to the channel with me. There's Eric. Well, tell us your story, Eric. Eric?
Sorry, I had to change my push to talk off my steering wheel. Yeah, I got a little loose coming off the 2 and put her into the wall earlier. And I was back there racing for the Lucky Dog, and some incidences acquired with me and another driver, and I put her behind the wall.
We have another caution on the track here. Nathan Sedlick. Ouch. And just loose off the turn is all it takes. Just seems like turn 2's been a real killer tonight.
Yeah, it's real slick out there. Me and my teammates went with gear, and now we're kind of looking back going, maybe we shouldn't have went with that one. One of those ordeals, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's real slick out there, but Matt in that 69, I mean, I don't know if anybody's got anything for him. He's fast, mad fast.
That's wild. Well, I'm going to see if I can get somebody up here to talk to. I'm going to drag Stephen Hollingsworth up here and see if I can talk to him. Stephen Hollingsworth, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, Stephen, you've been running pretty good here. You're in 3rd. You've come a long ways up through the field. Man, what do you got for these guys?
I don't know, really. It's going to take a lot of luck. Didn't really do much practicing. And first time ever racing at this track, so just trying to make the best of it. Me and Libby got into each other on lap 1 or 2 or something like that and destroyed my front end. So just limping it around, hoping for a good finish.
Well, Matt Kutcher definitely one to be chasing out here. I was just talking to Eric about him. Man, he is just like extremely fast and hooked up. But you, and it looks like you've came from 19th place and you're leading right now. You did lead that lap, so congrats on getting a bonus point for that. But it seems like only you and maybe a couple other drivers, Thomas Brandner, may have anything for him. So, man, I'll tell you, he is just really hooked up tonight.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's got it in the bag. It's gonna take a slip and a mess up for him to lose this race. So we'll see what happens.
Well, are you staying out, or are you going to come down pit road?
I'm coming down.
Okay, well, listen, I'm going to let you go so you can focus on your pit stop. Good luck tonight.
Oh, thank you, Rudy.
All right, Eric, I didn't mean to cut you off, brother, but, we had a caution there, and I wanted to talk to somebody, and he just seemed like the logical candidate to talk to.
No, that's fine. It's your broadcast. You got to get those interviews in,
Well, I just kind of wanted to not really talk. I don't like to talk to them too early in the race because it's kind of hard to ask them how their car's feeling on lap 15. I mean, I'd rather wait till they got like 30 or 40 laps on their tires and then ask them, how their car's running. So.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm curious to see if we get a full green flag running on who's actually going to be able to keep up with Matt and if he has any fall off in those tires. Because, that's the only way I see him losing this unless he makes a mistake.
Well, man, we've got a bunch of guys out of the race now. Holy smokes. Let me just run down through the list here real quick. Michael Leiby. Maybe I'm missing something. Nope. Michael Leiby, Joe Roberts, Galen Gidman, yourself, Thomas Keene, and Nathan Sedlick all out of the race. Wow.
Galen. I think it was Galen, Joe, and Schweiker, yeah, they were all involved with that. And Joe, he was in school, so he hasn't been racing. This is the first time he's raced since they changed the rule where you can do the 30-minute engine change. And he pulls down pit road. He's like, I got 40 minutes. Yeah, dude, you're getting your motor changed.
Yeah, Matt Kutcher back on pit road. What's up with that?
I believe Matt had... Wow. I don't know.
Wow. He didn't stop either, just drove on through. That gives the lead up to Travis Townsend now. That's the first lap Travis has led today. I know he's been really trying to get up there and lead one, and I don't think he really wanted to lead one that way, but I'm sure he'll take it.
Yeah, I'm confused now. I really am.
Me too. Matt's going to start back in 13th place, the last one on the lead lap.
Right. Well, let's see what's going on here. Looks like Travis is going to come down with the lead. Brander's going to be in second. That ought to be a fun little front row for this restart.
Yeah, Brander's been really fast. Pace car's in. And green. Here we go. Travis lights them up.
Yeah, it looks like he caught Brander sleeping a little bit.
Yeah, I would say, but I don't count Brander out.
Oh, no.
He's man, I'll tell you, he's been pretty fast here tonight. He's been up there. He's led 11 laps today, so he definitely got a good car.
Well, being in that stable, I know Brander and Pearson are real comfortable with that car. So
here he is on the inside of Townsend for the lead again. Oh, really loose on the turn. Man, that turn gets him every time, don't it?
Yeah. Coming off these corners, this is a real line-sensitive track, and that's what I learned, throughout practice and a little bit of the race I did to get to run tonight. Kind of reminds me of Kansas.
Oh, okay.
If you don't stay in that groove, your car's not going to like you.
Oh boy. Interesting.
Yeah, and that's where, of course, I had my screw up, and a lot of these other guys that have wrecked out there tonight, they've missed their line.
Yeah. Are you going to be able to get back out, Eric?
I'm gonna put her behind the wall.
Okay.
I'm not gonna go out there, and I'm not gonna risk these guys that are out here and actually caring about the points in the Gen 6. So I'm gonna respect them and let them go out here and race and not ruin it for them.
Oh, that's pretty admirable of you. Kevin Spaulding up to 6th now after starting 13th. Randall Drake in 7th after starting 15th. And here comes Matt Kutcher in 8th. So started 13th on that green flag start. And here he is up to 8th already. He's clicking them off.
Oh, and Wildson gets a little loose there, coming off a 2. He loses 3 spots.
Oh, man. Wow, yes, he did. And Townsend back out front as Brandner slipped again. And Townsend taking every advantage he can, extend that lead, get out there in that clean air. Boy, these cars got to feel good in clean air, don't they?
Oh yeah, they feel excellent. When I was doing the test run, the car was a totally different beast. And then you get down back here, and all the turbulence from the air bounces these things around so much. I mean, everybody's like, "Oh, it only happens in restrict plate races." Well, no, it happens everywhere.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yep. One that's amazing me right now, John Schweigert, with all that damage, and I don't know how much he's gotten fixed up over the course of the cautions here, but he seems to be gotten back up to the 8th place, only 3.2 seconds behind the leader. So I wouldn't count him out yet.
No, and Schweiker's always quick. You know, we always look at his times and see where he's at. You know, him, Townsend, and you know, we're always looking at Hollingsworth and people like that to see where our stiffest competition's going to be.
Right. Yes, sir. Well, Ben Manning, even though he's many laps down, has moved into the 14th position. He got caught up in that wreck, but, you know, he really didn't have a whole lot of damage on his car, so I'm really kind of wondering how he got that many laps down. I guess I wasn't following up on that.
I think he honestly stayed down pit road, and I don't remember how many minutes he said he had, but he did have quite a bit. I mean, so
I didn't think he had that much damage because he just barely got into, who was it, Galen Gidman, I think?
Yeah, I think it was a lot of suspension. Like, I know on my car, it looked pretty mangled, but a lot of mine was suspension. That's why I just pulled her down pit road.
Oh, okay. Well, Matt, oh, no.
Oh, Wildson sideways again.
Yes, sir. But he saves it this time. No caution. Man, hard on the brakes and saves it. Now he's going to go back to 13th place. Last one on the lead lap. All it takes is a little slip like that, boy, and everybody gets by you.
And up front here, it looks like Branner's actually catching up a 1/10 of a second a lap on Townsend. So it looks like Townsend's got 3 Team RPM cars coming in a hurry. But it's one thing to catch them. It's another thing to pass.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Well, Brandner hasn't really had any problems tonight passing. It seems like his setup, he can put that car almost anywhere he wants to, and it sticks.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. You're racing against Travis Townsend. I mean,
I know
he's not going to just lay over, you know?
Oh, no, no. He will early in the race, but don't look for that coming down to the end of the race. We're creeping up on the halfway mark here. Another 5 laps.
Oh, we got a caution.
Oh, Michael Kinner going around right in front of traffic, and boy, did he hit that inside wall. And it looks like the engine may have let go, or he's got some serious damage on it. Not sure if he's going to be able to get that thing going again. It looks like he's going, but that brings out the caution number 4 on the track tonight. Townsend brings him around and okay, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry, but looking at it, it looks like he wiggled a little bit and can finish the job. Just couldn't get checked up in time.
Yeah, that's the thing about a track like this. Everybody's trying to stay focused on their marks, to make sure they hit their marks, and it's so easy to lose that focus just for a quick minute, and next thing you know, a guy's right in front of you.
Oh yeah.
And you got nowhere to go. Well, here he comes, Travis Townsend, bringing them all down pit road. You got to use the service road here, huh? Wow.
Yeah, you got to use the service road all the way around.
Oh my.
Now you can bail last minute coming to pit road when you enter right before the commitment cone. There is a little notch. You can bail out at last minute, but you cannot enter there. You'll get unsafe pit entry. Well, and then you got to follow it all the way around. Yellow line, or you're done.
Well, Schweikert stays out long enough to lead one lap. He stays out to lead one lap. Now, he does still have some damage on his car, but the way he's been so fast, it looks like he's got most of that damage fixed up. I think it's the passenger side of the car is where it's got the most damage. But he's been pretty fast. He's been staying with the leaders, but I hate to inform him, he's going to have to be starting right beside Matt Kutcher. Oh, boy.
Yeah, and I mean 10 laps on that.
He's coming down pit road. He's giving that up. He's coming down pit road. I think he thought about that. He thought, oh no, I'd just be a running roadblock out here. So a lot of damage on that passenger side of the car.
And actually, the tire wear on my stops wasn't atrocious. So, I mean, keep that in mind. These guys, every time they pit, they're looking at their tire wear. And with what I was seeing from my tire wear, if I was running in the top 5, come down to that last caution, 15, 20 to go, I would have probably rolled the dice and took 2.
Yeah. Well, 2 more laps and we will be at halfway. Well, thank you for hanging out with me, Eric. I appreciate it, man. It's always good to have somebody in the booth with me, and you've been in the booth with me before and done a great job, so it's good to have you in here with me again.
Yeah, and I mean, the first few times I was in the booth, I didn't say much because, I didn't know a lot of these drivers out here. I just knew my teammates, and now I'm starting to kind of learn everybody's driving style and how they're running. There's one person I am curious on why they're not in the field tonight.
Who would that be?
Smallwood.
Oh, I think he was in the NIS race.
Oh.
I talked to him before the race, and I asked him if he was going to be racing tonight, and he said, well, if I get done with the NIS race, well, he was leading at that time when I was talking to him. So I didn't hang out too long to talk. I didn't want to bother him, but... All right, pace car lights are out, and we will be going green next time by.
Looks like Matt and Travis are going to be your front row with Thomas Brander and Stephen Pearson behind them.
I look at Randall Drake up there in 6th. Man, he's really coming alive here.
Yeah, I was just sitting there looking. I was like, man, that's a lot of cars from the stable I drive from up front.
Well, let's see if Townsend's got anything for Kutcher. I doubt it on the start because, Kutcher in command of the start here. Let's see if he can get anything working. And I'm sure he's probably going to jump it as soon as he can.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, though. With the IWCR, I've raced in other leagues where, you can't go until green. Right. IWCR, you could play the restart game all day long.
Yeah, the best thing probably to do is to wait till you get that car straight before you hit the gas, and green is out.
He held him up a little bit further than he has in the past few restarts that I've seen. So
and here comes Brander on the inside of Townsend. with them 4 fresh feel-goods, I don't know, man. Everybody's got them. The bravery level just went through the roof, you know.
Oh yeah, well, new rubber makes you feel like you're Superman. So
Oh yeah, exactly. Pearson in 4th, Jeffrey Porter 5th, and Randall Drake. Man, Randall having a good run here tonight. I hope he keeps it up.
yeah, it's always good seeing the league owner running really good.
Ken Worley started 9th tonight, and he's been hanging right around between 7th, 8th, and 9th. Now, he did get, he spun there earlier and got a little damage when he hit somebody and got back in the field, but he's working back up here, and it looks like he's just as fast as Brian Wilson right now.
Yeah,
Schweikert in 9th.
He scared me when he spun there because I missed him, but barely. And then all of a sudden, 3 or 4 laps later, he was blowing by me like I was standing still. And I'm like, I had my foot to the floor. I don't understand.
Ken Worley pulls over and lets Brian Wilson and John Schweikert both go. So he must know that he's not as fast as them guys. He does have a little damage. Kevin Spaulding. Kevin's kept his car pretty clean. Police car looking good tonight. No dents anywhere. I don't see any.
No, that's the trend with Kevin. He'll run in the back, keep her clean, and towards the end you'll see him start creeping towards the front.
Well, he does have a little damage on the right side, but it doesn't seem to be affecting it right now. He's still staying right with pace here. 3.7 seconds behind the leader. Townsend now 4/10 off of the leader, but looking good.
And Pearson bounces it off the wall coming out too, and Porter's going to go below him and take that spot away.
Stephen Hollingsworth. What happened to Stephen? He's way back here. He's about to be put a lap down.
I was riding behind Steven earlier, and from what I seen, he had quite substantial damage.
Man, that's he's staying ahead of the leader, but boy, not by much. Looks like Michael Kinner and Ben Manning on pit road, so we're down to 12 cars out there racing right now. This is kind of crazy. Boy, we've lost a lot of people tonight.
I know a lot of guys were saying during practice and stuff that this is the first time they've ever really ran this track in the Gen 6. So
yeah, that's the thing you got to think about. You go out there and you give it your best shot. Like you said, it's a track you haven't ran before, or maybe you have and just have never been able to really get a good hookup. Making your setup, just try and make it feel good for the long run. And I think that's where Thomas Brander's coming into this. He seems to have a setup that is better on the long run.
yeah, it seems like as the laps tick down, he's going to have something. So if they get a long green flag run, I'm looking for him to actually catch up to Matt and give him a run for his money. But these guys got to keep it green.
Yeah. He's right on the tail here of Travis Townsend now. Now, I've seen Travis a little loose, not since the green flag drop, but I've seen him loose earlier, and that kind of opens the door for guys to get by him. So let's see if he can keep that thing steady this time. And there probably ain't a driver out there that can steady a car like Travis. I mean, he is just an extremely great driver. I've tried to talk him into going pro, and he just doesn't have the time for it, to work on setups. And I said, well, that's when you get in a team, like a lot of the other guys do. Get on a team.
Yeah, me and Ben Manning were talking earlier tonight about time I got off of work. There are quite a few drivers that race in this league that can go pro. Townsend's one of them. Gidman. I mean, if they can find the time, I think they could be quick.
Well, there's a lot of guys from this league that have gone pro. Patrick Crabtree, Alan Bowes, just to name Logan Clampett. I mean, there's a lot of them that have went pro.
Cody Bias.
I don't.
Yeah.
They ran him and what's his name? They ran last season, and they just dominated the whole season, and they didn't come back this season.
No, and I actually watched that race this week, and Cody Bias, I gave it away. Mm-hmm. I was rooting for him, and he gave it away.
I was rooting for him, too. Yep.
But it looked like a lap ago there, Brandner got a little loose, but he kept a hold of her, and he's still on Townsend's rear.
Oh, yeah, definitely. He's going to stay right there for a while, I think.
Yeah, I think they're just content to run right now, and well, he wiggles again coming off of 4.
You know, it looks like there's a little bit of banking, but I'm going to ride along here with... who is it that I'm looking for?
There is a little bit of banking. I mean, it's not as drastic as a lot of other tracks. I mean, it's not completely flat, but pretty close.
Yeah, I'm here on board with Jason Miller now in the gyro cam, and you can see just a little bit of banking, not a whole lot. Well, you got to slow down a ton in 1 and 2, don't you?
Oh man, you gotta let this thing roll so long. I mean, it seems like an eternity. You're out of the throttle, and actually coming off of 4, you are only like 10% throttle until you get that thing straight, and then you can full throttle it.
Well, I probably shouldn't give away secrets, but there's a couple of the drivers that are downshifting in 1 and 2.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that earlier. I'm not going to name any names, but
nope,
we did notice a few. We did notice a few out there that were downshifting, and I mean that comes with the gear they're running.
Yeah.
So I tried the downshift thing, and I put her in the wall about every time. So.
Well, Stephen Pearson, Mr. B there at the end, still running 5th. I talked to him there before the race, and I told him, I said, well, stay out of the brewskis, and maybe you'll do better this week. And he goes,
the more he drinks, the better he runs. Yeah, that's the sad part.
Yeah. He said, well, that ain't going to happen. Okay.
No, the more he drinks, the better he runs. Him and Kevin Spaulding sit there and have a beer.
Oh, and he gets loose right there. Wilderson gets by him and puts Pearson back to 6th. But he got extremely loose right there going into 3. Wow. Brandner now 3/4 of a second off the bumper of Travis Townsend. Townsend trying to catch back up to Matt Kutcher. Matt gets by Stephen Hollingsworth, putting Hollingsworth 1 lap down. Michael Kenner.
All that talk about brewskis, I had to go get one.
Oh, there you go. Hey, you don't have to worry about drinking and driving now. You're off the track, right?
Yeah, Pearson drives with 1 hand.
Oh, my word. I don't know how he does it.
I don't know. I can't do it.
I got to have both hands on that wheel.
Yeah.
Caution on the track.
Oh, we got a caution.
Wow. Okay, let's see who it was. Oh, Randall Drake into the wall. Oh, man. And it looks like that's going to make Schweikert spin, so there's the caution, folks. All right, let's see what Matt Kutcher's going to do. I'm sure he's going to bring them all down pit road. These guys have been out there quite a little while. This is caution number 5 on the track. I'm still getting a little bit of a tick now and then, and I haven't been able to figure out what it is, but I don't know. I'm kind of thinking maybe the graphics card's failing on me, but I don't know. You know, I put that graphics card through a lot of abuse.
I mean, we can sit here and tinker with it and try to figure it out. But yeah, it looked like they did about 19 to 20 laps there under green, so it's about time for 4 fresh Goodyear Eagles.
Oh, yeah.
So I heard a dirty little rumor.
Oh boy. About
Next build,
yeah,
there's actually talk about a new tire model.
yeah, version
So,
6. Yeah,
Really?
yeah, yep.
God, I hope the tire model turns better than this tire model.
They're still testing it, and they say that it's not 100% sure that it will be coming out in the build. They're not 100% sure.
I just hope they give us a little bit better tire build for turning, because it just seems like this tire don't want to turn.
Yeah, they said it's going to be on the. Oh God, I can't remember the actual word that they used. Well, Townsend getting off pit road first, but there is a word that they use it, and something about the not the compound, but it's the physics of the tire itself. So this is something brand new that they've come up with.
Huh.
So
I'm hoping iRacing figures out how to. I know there's also talk about progressive tracks. You know, as the race goes on, rubber builds up, and
yeah,
it's gonna. I really hope they figure out how to code that, because it's gonna change iRacing.
well, apparently it did come out with that last build, but I don't think it was what I don't think they gave it enough.
No, because I mean, Kansas,
Yeah.
this track, you know, there are still, actually, I think there's only one track out there that you can probably run multiple grooves and be okay, and that's my favorite track. So, and that would be Iowa.
You're another one of them Iowa drivers. Okay.
Man, you got to remember, my wife is from Iowa. I lived there for 4 years. I've seen everything from Indy cars to the trucks to the Xfinity cars, ARCA cars. I've been to that track. It is a fun track. The drivers love it. I actually got to meet Chase Elliott there last year, so it's a really fun track. And if you're ever up in the Midwest and you get a chance to go to a race at Iowa Speedway, go.
Well, Hollingsworth was a lap down, but got back on the lead lap now. Looks like Jason Miller back out on the track. Ben Manning and Michael Kinner still sitting on pit road. But Travis Townsend getting off pit road first. And he actually had a 14.6 second pit stop. And Matt Kutcher had a 15.6 second pit stop, and he's coming down pit road one more time.
What is he doing?
I don't know. I think I think he likes the challenge of trying to march up through the field or something. I don't know.
Maybe he's seeing what that car can do. I don't know.
Yeah.
Unless he feels totally uncomfortable, wants to kind of ride around in the back, thinking these guys are going to start driving a little crazy.
Well, just to catch up with you there, Rowdy Bush in chat. Yeah. Oh, Steve is. I'll tell you what. Steve knows his stuff about computers. He would not build you a junky computer. What he tells you is a straight skinny. And I'll tell you what. I mean, you know, he can't guarantee anything. Nobody can. You know. But I'll tell you what. He built some awesome computers, and you would not be disappointed with that computer. I guarantee it. Probably better than 3/4 of the guys that run in iRacing. That computer would be better than theirs. All right, pace cars in, and Townsend bringing them to the line this time with Brenner side him. Oh boy, good start. Green is out.
It looked like he fooled Brenner. He got on a little bit and then let off, and that would force Brenner to let off, and that's when Townsend was gone.
Jeffrey Porter now on the inside of Brian Wilderson for third. And boy, we got a bunch of them back here all wadded up.
They're trying to force it 3 wide back here. Drake, Spalding, Schweiker, and Hollingsworth.
Yeah, this is...
Oh, they're going 3 wide.
Oh, boy.
I don't know if this is going to work going into 1 and 2.
Somebody's got to
give.
Yeah, somebody, and it looks like Hollingsworth kind of lifts a little bit there and lets Schweiker go. Whew. Oh, and he gets into the back of him. Oh,
Spalding into the wall. What the?
Man, this is getting crazy now.
I'm kind of glad I took off fire suit and come up here into the booth.
And here comes Matt Kutcher back up through. He's up to 7th already since that restart.
I think he's just playing with the field.
I think
really
he
do.
is. I think he is too. He just come down pit road just so he could just march up through there and dominate.
He's like, "While y'all boys are playing, let me show you what a real car can do tonight."
Well, he's led 46 laps already tonight, so I don't know if anybody's going to be able to top that. I mean, if Townsend can stay out there for the rest of the race, yes, he will beat him for the most laps led. But the way Kutcher's marching up through the field right now is he's on the inside of Schweikert, and that would be for the 6th place. It ain't going to be long, and he's going to be right back up in the front.
They were talking about it in in-game chat during his face laps. Ryan Wildison, is Matt handicapping himself? Schweiker, he thinks it's funny. Yeah, so that's just showing you these guys are enjoying it, and Matt's just out here playing with these guys.
Yep. Well, Travis, I can assure you, I'm talking to Travis in chat here. I can assure you, I would not steer you wrong. I mean, I know you, Travis, and why would I steer you wrong? I'm telling you, that would be a kick butt computer for you right there. That would be all you'd ever need for a good many years, probably. Wow. It's an awesome, awesome build. It's actually...
Who are you talking about?
Computer that Steve Hurst is trying to sell. He built it, and now he's selling it, and because he loves building computers. He's building he built Roger's computer, his new one, that tomorrow he's going to finish getting it all hooked up for him, and because Roger has it now.
Yep, I was talking to Roger yesterday about it. He's so excited about having a new computer.
Oh yeah, there's nothing like having a new one.
Branner, he catches Travis and then gets it a little loose.
Yep.
Buddy, you're trying too hard. Slow down. Hit your marks.
That's the thing, I've heard guys say this, and we know as racers that it's true, but to tell somebody that doesn't know, and it took me a long time to figure this out too. They say slower is faster. Okay? And that means, that pedaling it into the turns, and you think you're just going extremely slow, but you're fast. You're faster by doing that.
I've actually had Mr. Wagner himself come in and spot me in an official race at the trucks, and I drove up through the field, and I was running down first place, and I spun myself. I got back up to second, caught the leader again, and the whole time Roger's yelling at me, steady, hit your marks. Yep. So, and I ended up winning that race, and I've learned a lot racing around these guys, not just with Team RPM, but racing around these checker record guys, the Smallwoods, the Townsends. Mm-hmm. They hit their marks, and they're fast.
Yeah, that's all that matters right there, hitting your marks and pedaling in the turns, just when you think, oh my gosh, we're going to get any slower, but waiting and being patient on that throttle and get back in it just at the right time, and as your tires wear out a little bit more, that time has got to go even just a little further, and it's a total discipline on you, as a driver to make sure that you're patient with that.
Well, it looks like we got a little bit of a 5-car breakaway here.
Yeah, it's but I'll tell you what, Catcher is closing in on him. He's 1.8 seconds behind him. He's came from way back in the field. He was like 3 seconds behind him, and here he is 1.7 seconds now. So he's bearing down on him pretty quick.
Oh yeah.
This track here is one that really is a laggy track right here. All them extra cars going on in the background because there's actually moving cars. Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah, when I get to a track like this, there a lot of times if I just don't think my computer's gonna. If I have too much running in the background, I'll actually turn off the crowd and the scenery.
Yeah. Well, Hollingsworth rolls into the 6th place now as he gets by a few of the guys. Yeah, that really gives me a big chop there when them cars are going by. Boy. Schweikert now in 7th place. He has been trying to get back up there and battle these guys, but man, I just don't know. He's got that damage on that car, and he just hasn't been as fast as he was at the beginning of the race. Pearson now in 8th. Jason Miller 9th. Randall Drake in 10th, and we have a caution, folks. Took me to Michael Libby here. Oh, he just blew his motor. That's what happened. He just blew his motor on the track.
He's trying to limp her around here. No front clip, no rear clip.
No, it was Ben Manning that brought the caution out. Thinking it was Ben Manning. Maybe, maybe not here. I'm not sure. Oh,
I got him on focus here.
He was trying to cut down pit road there on without taking the service road, but I think it was that's not what brought the caution out. But anyhow, Travis Townsend will be bringing them all down pit road, and this will probably be their last pit stop. I'm going to wait till they get done here, and I'm going to see if I can get Travis up here and talk with him.
10-4.
Wait till they get done with their pit stops.
I don't think this run, if Matt gets out in the lead or close to it, I don't think he handicaps himself now.
No, he won't do that again. Not now. Getting too close to the end. I'd be really, really surprised if he did do that.
Looks like Randall here. He's the only one that stayed out.
Yeah. See what the race off of pit road. Travis looks like he may be one of the first ones. No, John Schweikert out. John with a 2-tire change. Ooh. That's pretty gutsy.
Told you. I called it.
Let me get Travis up here and talk with him. Travis Townsend, you got a copy?
Yeah, Rudy, I got you.
Well, long time no talk there, brother, but good to see you out there running good tonight. How's your car feeling for you?
It's a handful, that's for sure. Tight on entry and real loose on corner exit, but hanging on.
Well, you think you got maybe enough to win it here tonight? Or you think Matt Kutcher's just out there playing with y'all?
Yeah, he's definitely playing with us. I know it's really hard to pass here, though. And if that last run would have went green, I don't think he could have got back up there. So we'll see what happens. He's got a couple guys to pass here to get back up front, but he's definitely got the class of the field car tonight.
Oh, man, I'm telling you, he is hooked up. It seems like you're really good on new tires, and it seems like they kind of fall off a little bit. Now, Brander's been giving you a little bit of trouble. You got Woodleson starting right behind you. Man, these guys are some tough guys out here to try to stay ahead of. What's the plan? You going to just try to ride it out and keep ahead of them guys?
I'm just going to try to drive the wheels off this thing. I know we got some tough competition around me. It looks like John's out front on 2 tires, so it's going to be tough to get by him as well. So it's going to be interesting, that's for sure.
All right, Travis. Well, good luck here, and I'll let you get back to it. Stay focused, brother.
All right, thanks, Rudy.
Thank you. Well, let's see what he's got for Schweikert. Schweikert with only a 2-tire change. I don't know, man. Oh, I think tires are a premium here.
Like I said, tire wear wasn't real significant with what I was seeing. So
really,
yeah, I mean, I think it's doable. I really do.
Well, we're about to find out. We got coming to the line, going to be 29 to go.
I mean, the only time he's really going to have to be real cautious is on this restart. Do not spin him.
Right. Yeah, because Travis is going to be all over him if he does.
Oh, he's going to get a freight train if he spins them.
Mm-hmm. Okay, lights off on the pace car, ready to go green. Eric, get them going this time, brother.
All right. Looks like you got Schweiker and Townsend in the front row, Wildson and Branner in the second row, and we're going down the back stretch here, fixing to light them up.
That's Brian Wilderson.
Wilderson, sorry.
Yep. I mean, if you look at it, it's Wilderson.
It's that southern tongue, it gets in the way sometimes. All right, and your pace car will be diving down here at the edge or exit of turn 4. Pace car is in. They're holding them, and off they go.
Boy, Townsend looks sleeping at the wheel that time.
Yeah, I was just fixing to say.
And here comes Matt Kutcher on the inside of Townsend. And boy, he's been able to just make that car stick all the time, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think he's done playing now. And Branner's into the wall.
I just seen Ben Manning slip back here, but no caution. Schweikert trying to stay ahead of Wilderson now. Wilderson's been pretty good on new tires. When Schweikert cuts a nose right off of Wilderson right there.
I think that's what he's going to have to do with these 2 tires. He's going to have to play defense for a little while and get these guys to wear their stuff out to equal playing field again.
Oh! A little loose there. That's going to stack up the field. Townsend into the side of Wilderson. That cost him.
Wilderson to the inside.
And yes, sir.
And Matt's going to follow him.
Yes, he is. I just don't think that 2 tires was a good call for Schweikert. I just don't know. But we'll see. We'll have to see, because like you said, the tire wear is just really not that significant. But 2 tires, you know, and it may come in as the race goes on here, but they got a lot of laps to go here. 26 to go right now. Schweikert back. Wilderson blinked out big time, or Kutcher did.
Matt did, yeah.
Wow, that was a big blink. I almost thought he was going to be gone.
That would be disappointing.
Oh, wouldn't it? There he goes on the inside of Wilderson for the lead. Side by side, almost touching. Whoa. Wilderson gets a good run off that high side, though. Townsend back on the inside of Schweikert now. That's for third.
How wide does Brian make that car?
30 feet.
How many lanes are on this track?
Well, you could probably get about 4 wide down there. It kind of reminds me, this track really does remind me of Twin Ring Motegi. Twin Ring Motegi, I don't know if you've ever raced that track, on the backstretch, I swear you could go 10 wide. That track is extremely wide, up front and backstretch.
Really?
Yeah, I might be exaggerating a little. Maybe 7 wide or 8 wide. Oh, Schweikert loose. Schweikert. Where did he go? Oh, and he spins it around, and it looks like he's going to bring the caution out and blows the tire. Oh, man, or blows the engine. So let's see what happens here on this. Looks like he pinched Branner down a little bit there. But that caused him to go up the hill a little, and he's going to get, let's see what he does here. He gets loose on his own. And he gets into Jeff Porter, but Jeff continues on. Hollingsworth gets into him. Hollingsworth continues on. And now they just keep, man, oh man, Stephen Pearson is what actually caused him to continue to spin. So, and boy, we got a pile up ahead of them guys. We got a heck of a pile up here. Boy, Jason Miller into it. We got a bunch of them into it. All right, back up front. Let's see. These guys all heading for pit road. Brian Wilderson out here. Let's see if anybody does come to pit road.
Yeah, looks like they're all going to come.
Yes, sir. I'm telling you, the tires are a premium here. Brand are going to stay out, though.
And the plot thickens.
Yeah, it definitely thickens.
Whoa!
Uh-oh. Matt Kutcher faking them out.
And see, there was that access road I was telling you about earlier. Bailout at last second.
Yep. I don't think a lot of people really planned on that, you know?
Nah, it probably caught a lot of people by surprise there.
Yep.
And that puts him on point.
Yes, it does. Just right where he wants to be. Well, it looks like that puts a couple more out of the race. Ken Worley and John Schweikert both out of the race. We got Jason Miller on pit road and Michael Kinner still on pit road. Pearson now on pit road. I know he's got a lot of damage on that car. That's our pole sitter. Mr. B there at the end may not be there at the end.
Yeah, we were making fun of him for that pole win, so.
Yep. That was a heck of a lap, I'm telling you.
Oh, we told him to turn off his grip packs.
That's good. Well, I wanted to give a quick shout out to some of our faithful viewers. I hadn't done this yet tonight. Cameron, Diane, Sharon, Leanna, Dylan, Pat, Logan, and Steve. Steve usually in here, but I believe he probably has headed off to bed.
Yeah, and from all of us drivers, we really do appreciate everybody who comes in and watches us race.
Oh yeah, some of these drivers have some faithful fans. I'll tell you, one of the drivers that I think, in my opinion, has one of the biggest followings and the biggest fan base is Daniel Smallwood.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get a couple guys in here. They were in, or I streamed last weekend, and I told a lot of them to tune in on Saturday when I'm running the trucks. So hopefully we get some of my viewers from my channel in here, and they can watch us race, and maybe that'll open people's eyes to some more iRacing, and we can get some more people going.
Very cool, very cool.
I'm curious. My buddy said he was going to be in chat, and I haven't seen him. So,
well, there was quite a few in earlier, and then they left. And Mind Coolcraft. What's your buddy's name on YouTube?
Matt Cat Felix. He's been in the channel a couple times.
Oh yeah, yep, I've seen him in there.
Yep. The Lamborghini. Remember that one?
Yep.
Yeah, I got the text message in the middle of qualifying about that one. So.
All right, doubled up here. Brandner starting on the outside. Hollingsworth going to be third, and he's still got a little bit of damage on that car. He's been trying to get it fixed up, but I think he's got even a little bit more damage on it now.
And look at Mr. Drake in that number 9 Tide Toyota.
I know it. And no damage on it.
Sneaking in there.
He's got as clean a car as Matt Kutcher does. He definitely could be looking at a top 5 finish easily here today. Jeffrey Porter, another one. Jeffrey's running really well.
In his rust bucket.
Yeah, in his rust bucket. All right, here we go. Pace car's about to head on to pit road in just a second. And Matt Kutcher in command of this start. Let's see what he does. If he hits the throttle right away, I'd want to wait till I got the car straight. He doesn't wait too long. Brandner and Hollingsworth side by side.
I think now we get to see what that 69 car really has.
Yes, sir. Yeah, he's not gonna let anything go now. He's gonna let it all out.
I'm curious to see what Brandner has.
Townsend passes up Randall Drake, goes into 5th, and he makes a move here. Looked like he was going to make a move on Porter, but Porter drove it in there really hard. Porter right on the back of Hollingsworth, looks to the inside, going down the front stretch, and I think he's got Hollingsworth going into 1. He's got a great run. That car seems to be really hooked up on new tires. Hollingsworth battles back on the outside, but I don't think he's any match for this. And here comes Travis Townsend on the inside of Hollingsworth now. Hollingsworth loses 2 positions right there in a half a lap.
That damage is hurting him.
Yes,
it really is. I mean, you can see that left front hood just up in the air. That's like a big parachute on these things.
Brandner 0.3 of a second off of Kutcher, seems to be the only one out here right now that has anything for Kutcher. But I think Kutcher's just kind of taking it easy right now. He's just playing with these guys.
Yeah, the only bad thing about playing with somebody is, you know, there's a potential there for it to bite you.
Oh, yeah. Jeff Porter trying to hang on here and keep Travis Townsend back there, and Travis still dealing with the loose condition off the turn.
Like I said, man, it was slick.
Hollingsworth in 5th, Randall Drake 6th. Brian Wilderson bearing down on Drake now. And I don't know, it looked like he was going to take a peek there, but I think he's just content for finishing right there, maybe. Kevin Spaulding, here he is running in 8th. Looks like Stephen Pearson out of the race. Jason Miller in 10th coming on pit road. He is in 10th spot. And we got Ben Manning still out here turning laps. He has been extremely loose, but still trying to hang on. And he could pick up a couple more positions here if there's enough laps.
Yeah, Ben's a over-the-road trucker, so he don't get to race during the week. So he looks forward to the weekends.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. All right, looking back on Brandner now, 3/4 of a second behind Matt Kutcher. Matt trying to stretch that lead out a little bit, hoping a caution doesn't come out to tighten the field up again. I think we might be looking at this thing to go green the rest of the way, I think. I don't see anybody battling on the track.
I think everybody's just gotten to a straight line, and you know, this is about where we're gonna run. So.
Yep. Yeah, they're spread out pretty good now. We could have a battle here. Randall Drake's closing in on Hollingsworth, and Hollingsworth with that damage, you know, not as fast as the leaders. And I'm not too sure if he's fast enough to stay ahead of Randall Drake. I don't know. Randall's been pretty good here, and now the tires are getting a little wear on them. And Hollingsworth, I think, is going to start feeling that. One that's really unsettling is Brian Wilderson back here, 8th place. Man, 8.5 seconds off the leader, and he's got a lot of damage on that car, so I think that could be really affecting the handling of his car for sure. Ben Manning still trying to turn laps, and he is staying way down off of the pace back here. Michael Kinner back in the race, back in 14th position. I don't think there's enough laps for him to make up any positions, though. But that's never give up. Comes up on right in front of Thomas Brandner. And it looks like he's going to get down low and let Brandner by. Good deal. Travis Porter, or Jeffrey Porter, excuse me, and Travis Townsend back here, 3rd and 4th. And I think you're right. I think it's just going to finish the way they are right now.
Yeah, I think there might be a race between Brandner and Porter. But I honestly don't. I hate to say it, but I don't think anybody's got anything for Matt.
Nope. We might have a race here between Hollingsworth and Drake too, but I think Drake's got to bear down a little bit more here on Hollingsworth to make that happen. He's just going to have to drive it into the turns a little bit faster. He gets a pretty good run coming off, and Hollingsworth's really, he's struggling coming off the turns.
Yeah, that damage is gonna. It's probably making them real tight on entry, which in return is gonna make you slideways loose off of exit.
I like that, slideways.
Yeah, that's about time you better hope you're wearing your adult diapers, because she's coming around at some point.
Brander 1.6 seconds behind Kutcher. Jeffrey Porter in third. Travis Townsend fourth. Hollingsworth with Drake on his tail right there, fifth and sixth. Kevin Spalding seventh. Brian Wilderson eighth. Jason Miller ninth on pit road. 10th, 11th, and 12th out of the race, but Ben Manning still out here trying to pick up another couple of positions here if he can. Don't know if there's enough laps left, 7 to go.
Nah, there's not.
Yeah, I don't know. He was quite a few laps down, 28 laps down, and I don't know. He could possibly pick up one, maybe, or maybe two. But we'll see. We'll keep an eye on that. Matt Kutcher now 1.8 seconds ahead of Brander.
Yeah, he's decided he wants to show us what that car really can do, and it's pretty much stretched the field.
I'm really surprised that he hasn't really put the hammer down and left these guys, but only 1.8 seconds. He's got enough of a lead though that now he can back off and relax a little bit and just run it clean to the end. He doesn't need to stretch that lead out.
Make sure you hit your marks.
Yeah, he's in clean air. He's got nobody battling with him, and he's just riding right now. Just staying there, 1.8 seconds. Travis Townsend, boy, really loose coming off the turns. Man, he is just wheeling that thing. I'm going to ride along with him here for a second, and let's watch him wheel this thing. As you put it, he comes off the turn slideways.
Yeah,
I like that. Slideways.
Oh, there you go. I gave you a new term.
Oh, and he's right there. And there he is, spinning it. But boy, he's staying right on Jeffrey Porter. Jeffrey had to check up there a little. And they're starting to close in on Brander, but I just don't think there's enough laps to go. They're coming to 3 to go this time. Brander 2 seconds off of the bumper of Matt Kutcher. 3 laps to go here. Matt Kutcher has led pretty much all the laps. The majority, not all. I'm saying the majority of the lap. Townsend led 27. Wilderson led 11. John Schweikert led 5. Stephen Pearson led 1. Randall Drake's led 1. Stephen Hollingsworth's led 1. We've got a lot of leaders, but none like Matt Kutcher. Now he got that lead out to 2.1 seconds.
Yeah, it's game over.
And now that the race is almost over, we can say he was one of the drivers that's been downshifting in the turns.
Oh, yeah.
And that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Just having the right gearing in it, that really is going to help you. That's amazing.
You got Mr. Schweiker here in your chat.
All right, white flag. Yeah, I seen that. White flag is in the air. 1 more lap to go, folks. 2.3 seconds separating first and second. Travis Townsend does get by Jeffrey Porter to go into third. Hopefully we can get all these guys in chat here. I don't even see Matt Kutcher in here, so I guess we'll be talking to him in the server. But here he comes to the finish line. Matt Kutcher winning here at Gateway tonight. Congrats.
That was just an amazing car.
It was. Well, we're going to have to get down here in a minute and talk to him, so.
Yep. Well, before you do that, can I say something here?
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to thank any veteran or military family in your chat. Thank y'all for everything you do, and keep everybody that lost their lives overseas in defense of this great country in your prayers this weekend.
Yes, sir, and thank you, Eric. And if you can hang around for a little bit, if you wanted to work on that exploit, I'd really appreciate it. If not, that's fine. I understand.
Oh no, I'll hang around. I just wanted to say that because I grew up in a military family. I am a veteran myself, so I hold a sensitive spot in my heart for all families that have to go through stuff like that.
Yep. All right, we're going to get down here on the track and talk to Matt. Matt Kutcher, you got a copy. Matt Kutcher, do you have a copy, sir? Why don't you want to talk? Has anybody seen Matt Kutcher tonight?
I'm right here, Rudy.
Oh, well, you come in here, Bulldog. I didn't know that was you. Well, hey, congratulations on your victory tonight. You definitely.
Speak, Rudy.
Hold on. Yeah, I got him. Anyhow, you bring it home tonight. Everybody's kind of wondering, was you just out there playing with them? We kept seeing you come down pit road and taking your time with everything. What was going on there?
I mean, I spent an hour and a half working on the setup tonight. I mean, by myself now. I left fast lane due to bad circumstances, so I just spent my time working on the setup, and it was fast. So all I did was I wanted to see what it would do around cars, because out front, it just gets boring out there. You want to pass people. You want to get better at that wherever you race. So I just figured I'd go to the back, pass some cars here and there, so that way I can get better at it for myself.
Well, that's pretty cool. I mean, that's a good way of doing it. Well, I think everybody was kind of jokingly teasing, about it just seemed like you were just playing with them out there because you just had such a rocket ship tonight. There toward the end, tell us what your plan was at the end there, because it just seemed like you didn't slow down, but you didn't speed up either. You just kind of kept that, like 2-second lead over Thomas Brander, and you just stayed right there. Could you have went faster? Were you driving it all ahead, or was you kind of just taking your time with it?
There at the end, I was just taking my time. I mean, a lot of the guys, they weren't shifting. I was shifting. That's why I could get such a good run off turn 2. But at the end there, I just stopped shifting for a couple laps. Then I started going back to it. I mean, that was the key for the whole night, was being able to shift off turn 2. Everyone was just so loose off. Unfortunately, my car, I could shift and get off the corner well. So I was just taking it easy, and then I started to go real hard there at the end, see what I had left. So that's
cool.
all.
Very cool. All right. Well, anybody you want to thank tonight?
Just you guys here in IWCR, man. I mean, I love coming to race here when I have the time to make a setup. It's a lot of fun. Thank you, guys.
Okay, Matt. Well, congratulations on your win, and thanks for chatting with us, buddy.
Thank you.
Okay, Thomas Brander, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, you come home second tonight, brother. One of the guys out there to give Matt a little bit of a tough time, but at the end there, you just had nothing for him, did you?
No, and I think everybody knew that all night. He was in a league of his own. I think he already answered that question. He could shift, and I couldn't. It didn't matter how good of a run I got off, how good the car was to the center and off. He threw that thing down in third, and whenever he hit the gas, he was gone. And I just watched him sail away down the backstretch. So, great run tonight, but he was in a class of his own.
Well, you still had a good run too, Thomas. You started 7th, and you kind of got mired back in the field. You avoided a lot of the big wrecks, and that I think that was a key here tonight. Not that it affected the car aerodynamic; it was just handling. And I think a lot of guys, this was kind of a new track to everybody. And you guys haven't raced the Gen 6s here at IWCR on this, so I think it was kind of an experimental night here for everybody tonight, and trying to just get a good finish out of it was your main goal, probably, right?
Yeah, well, I missed it before, and then we were off last week, so it's been a while since I've been on the track. This one being one of those, like you just said, it's a new track to everybody. It kind of fits my driving style. It's a real technical track. It's really free off if you're going to be fast, and it kind of works. A lot of throttle control for me. But man, what a lot of fun it was! I tell you, to have a car this good, it's just fun to be up there in the mix again. It's been so long. I feel like the season's just kind of been blah. It sucked, to be honest with you. And to finally get a good finish, it feels good.
Well, good. Well, anybody you want to thank tonight?
Absolutely. First off, these guys that put these cars together, Galen, RPM, Jeffrey, Steven, Scott, I mean, the list goes on. Joe, big thanks to them. They allow me to get in this car and run great every night. My family back home, Becca, Emma, love my girls, and especially my dad. He's a big supporter of mine, does a lot for me. I love you, man. And can't wait to go to the race on Sunday.
All right, buddy. Well, are you running the trucks tomorrow night?
We will see. I gotta beg and plead to see if they'll let me ride the girls, but we'll see what happens.
All right, buddy.
Thomas, you got to be there.
Thanks for talking with us. Okay, Travis, that leaves you coming in third. You beat Jeffrey Porter there on them last closing laps. Tell us about that battle.
Yeah, it was fun trying to work my way back up through the field. I definitely realized once I pitted and about everybody else stayed out that I made a mistake there. I probably should have stayed out on that last one, so I was kind of happy just to be able to get back to a top 3 finish. I figured I was going to be lucky to get back into the top 5, really.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jeffrey would seem to be really hooked up there, and I really thought that you were going to have a hard time getting by him, but I didn't actually witness the battle, but it must have been a good one.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. He was really fast at first. I just couldn't really mend. I made some adjustments trying to make it faster there for the last little run. I threw some extra tape on there and tried to get it to roll the center a little bit better, and I just ended up making the exit very, very loose, and I was struggling with it being loose all night anyways, so it's a pretty bad adjustment, but the longer that last run went on, it kind of started coming back to me a little bit.
Oh, that's good. Well, the main thing is you come in third tonight. Are you happy with that finish all in all?
Yeah, overall, just bought this track this week, so I'd never turned a lap here. Probably didn't have maybe 40, 50 practice laps, if that. And then once we got in the race, I was listening to Matt talking TeamSpeak, and he was talking about downshifting in turn 1 and 2, so I started trying that, and it took me half the race to get that down. Then by the end, I was finally getting to where I could get a pretty good launch up off 2. But yeah, definitely overall, it was a pretty good night, considering the track and everything. This definitely isn't a track that I normally excel at, anything like this, so with the hard braking and the tight confines, how the racing is here, but it was a lot of fun.
Very good, very good. Well, anybody you want to shout out to?
Yeah, it's good to see you back, Rudy. I know we've missed each other the last couple of weeks, so I'm glad to see you're back up and running and everything, and then all my teammates over at ATM, and then also John Schweikert. He kind of threw a setup together and helped us out a little bit with this. Like I said, we didn't get much practice laps this week or anything. And also, hope everybody remembers the real reason for this weekend. Thank a veteran, current serving or former serving. We couldn't do this without them.
You are exactly right. And thank you, Travis. Appreciate that very, very much. And again, congratulations tonight on third place.
Thank you, Rudy.
Okay, Eric, let's run down through the results real quick and we'll get out of here. All right, Matt Kutcher finishing in the top spot tonight. Congratulations to him for the win. Thomas Brandner second, Travis Townsend third, Jeffrey Porter fourth, Randall Drake fifth, Kevin Spalding in sixth, Stephen Hollingsworth seventh, Brian Wilderson eighth, Jason Miller ninth, Stephen Pearson 10th, Ken Worley 11th, John Schweikert finishing 12th, Ben Manning 13th, Boy, he did pick up. No, he didn't pick up any positions. That's right. He didn't have. There wasn't enough laps left. Michael Kinner in 14th. Nathan Sedlick 15th. Michael Leiby 16th. Thomas Keene 17th. Eric Lambert 18th. Joe Roberts 19th. Galen Gidman 20th. And I guess that was it. John Verga didn't even start. I think he must have been adminning the race or something. But anyhow, congratulations to our winner here tonight, Matt Kutcher. And that'll wrap it up for tonight. Tune in tomorrow night, folks, for the Truck Series race. And I believe that's at Texas. So you want to you're going to want to tune in for that. 125 laps tomorrow night at Texas with the Silverado and the Toyota truck. So tune in, and we will see you then, folks. Till then, stay safe and have a good night.